Good day to you all. I am live here at Rouge National Urban Park. And we'll explore some, snowy nature here. Still lots of snow on the ground. So that's why I wanted to catch some views here before the snow melts, since we are going to get some mild temperatures starting in the next few days, starting tomorrow. But we're at the top of Twin Rivers Road. 21st Century! Hey, 21st Century, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you so much. 21st Century, this is, if you recall in my last live stream, this is what, this is a Rouge National Urban Park. It's, this is acres and acres of basically forest and trails. 21st Century, it's about a 5-minute, I guess it's about a 5-minute bus ride from Rouge Hill. So it's a short bus ride. It would be a long walk, but a short bus ride. And I'm glad to hear you're well. And I'm very well, thank you very much. I stayed home yesterday for the first time in, I don't even remember how long. I don't even remember when I last stayed home. But it was nice to see. You in the other Torontos, in Johnny Strides and Ken Continuum. Nice to see you there in the chat. I finally had a day when, and we were spoiled pretty good, eh? We were able to have back-to-back live streams of our two most prominent streamers, Toronto streamers. So shout out to Johnny Strides and Ken Continuum, and shout out to you, 21st Century. Normally I would do a selfie, but I still have that little red dot on my eye, a little paper cut or whatever it was. So maybe at some point. But yeah, 21st Century, I did promise you we will do a CN Tower live stream. I just wanted to, the reason I wanted to be here, 21st Century, was because this might be the last chance to see some snow on the ground. We are going to get some milder temperatures starting tomorrow. So today's the last day. We can see some snowy views. So I hope that's good with you, 21st Century. I'm sure you only, maybe we'll start walking very momentarily. And 21st Century said, yes, I saw you on the live chat on Johnny Strides and Ken Continuum. Excellent. It felt great to finally be able to participate, at least even for a little bit. Hopefully maybe a couple more times during the holidays. But today I definitely have to get out there. Maybe we'll start walking. Thank you so much for joining me, 21st Century, part of the mod crew. Yeah, different from urban walks. And I will definitely do 21st Century. While you're here, I wanted to ask you, maybe we'll start walking. Make sure now, oh, there's a car turning here where we walk on Twin Rivers Road. I'm going to be walking along with the cars, so I'm going to have to keep watching, and we'll keep going here. But yeah, basically I'll be walking with the cars, going both ways. So try not to walk too fast. I don't want it to be too wobbly. There's a nice Canadian flag blowing. And this is not, I guess, what you would consider, most people, this is not the main entrance to Rouge National Urban Park, 21st Century. Because obviously it's a little bit more, not the safest, but it's safe enough. You can see here they've a little bit of a walkway for pedestrians and cyclists. But I think I could hear a car behind me. But definitely have to be, I think I'll give you what I mean. And walking backwards for a bit. But 21st Century, I want to ask you, I found out that for the CN Tower, I won't, this, as another car rolls by, for the CN Tower, unfortunately, they don't allow for the stair climb. The stair climb 21st Century is only when they have those, quite a bit of cars going by. It's only when, the CN Tower stair climb is only when they have twice a year those chairs where you get a massive amount of people climbing the stairs of the CN Tower for charity. But just on any other regular day, unfortunately, they don't allow the stair climb. So 21st Century, let me know if you'd still be interested in CN Tower. I can't climb stairs. It'd just be pretty much when I'm at the observation decks, which would still be pretty awesome. The only thing is, I checked. I'm not sure if Johnny Strides did a live stream. I know that I checked that Ken Continuum. He did an amazing live stream. With his girlfriend a couple of months ago. A live stream up to CN Tower. And generally, I want to, as you can see, how this Twin River Roads, got to be very careful. It slopes down, and unfortunately, the walkway, most of it, it's too slushy now. I can't walk on top of it. I just have to be careful, make sure there's no cars. This is kind of what we're dealing with. Yeah, no problem, 21st Century. I appreciate your feedback. Have very good feedback and contribution. But if you still would like me to do a live stream on CN Tower, if that would still be of interest to you, even though we can't climb the stairs, but definitely most of the urban walks, Johnny Strides and Ken Continuum do an amazing job. I don't really want to I don't want to feel like I'm in competition or anything. Maybe like on a day like today when if no one is doing a live stream, as you can see how the Twin Rivers roads wind. But I'll be happy to. I know I did a poll on my community page, and I know that there are some of my fine subscribers, my lovely subscribers, voted for exploring the city. So I'm happy to do so. I don't want to think of myself as a competition to anybody. I just wanted more of a compliment, if you will. Maybe compliment, maybe when no one's live streaming, and I'll just, just give, you find people some views to look at. But yeah, 21st Century, icy roads. Thank goodness it's not too bad. It's mostly slush here. Slush. And definitely here, when you're walking on Twin Rivers Road, you could hear constantly cars coming by. You have to be very careful when you walk here. And it isn't the busiest of roads, but you could hear steady flows of traffic. And up ahead, I don't know if you can see, but we'll be crossing that just for a bit. You can see we're gonna have to cross that bridge. It's an adventure just trying to cross that bridge, because that's when there's really no room for pedestrians. So you kind of have to cross. When you're 100% sure, when you're 1,000% sure there are no cars coming either way. Ottawa Emergency Videography in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. Me and 21st Century so far in the chat, and Hello to you. Hope you're having a very nice holidays. And I'm a fan of your. You do a wonderful job on your. I like how you narrate a lot of your. You do Ottawa station tours, buses, subways. So I like how you. I've learned already quite a bit from you. You know what? I'll go give myself a little more distance from the cars. I don't mind walking in the slushy snow. I'd rather be safe. 21st Century says, "Hey, Ottawa emergency videography." Now I haven't got a chance. 21st Century, do you have a channel? 21st Century. If you do, I hope to have some time later today to check it out. So even though I had a day at home yesterday. 21st Century says, "Whenever it's good for you, from observation tower at CN Tower." All right, done. 21st Century. I will absolutely do that. And thank you so much for your patience. I hope to do. Hopefully, I can do it sooner than later. I can't promise anything, but maybe, maybe this Thursday or Friday. I'm out of commission all day tomorrow. So I'm out of commission all day tomorrow, but here, actually, while there's no cars coming, look behind. I may have to run because it's not the greatest thing to be crossing this bridge. Actually, I want to make 100% sure. Sorry about it's going to be a little bit wobbly. I got to get across this bridge before any cars come. Because there's no room. No room. Again, not the smartest thing I'm doing, but I am a sure foot. Oh, thank goodness. I was just lucky. Maybe while I'm here. Actually, I can go around here. Give you some of the water vibes. I think that way. I'll give you some water vibes on both sides. 21st Century says, "That's understandable. You would like to bring a different take on Toronto life." Yeah, thank you for looking at it that way, 21st Century, and thank you so much for the positive spin. I know that exploring nature is not going to be as popular as exploring the city, and I promise, as I mentioned, to promise the 21st Century, I will do a live stream at the observation deck of the CN Tower. Least I could do for being kind enough to be a mod, and I think it's okay to come. I think it's safe enough. Give you a closer view. Wow. Wow, this sounds very like, oh. See that? I don't know if you remember 21st Century. I went right through when we were at Rouge Hill. There was one spot I went right through at, but we're underneath the bridge here at Twin Rivers Road. I was thinking about doing a live, a 4K recording, but oh well, sorry about that. The cars are passing by. I might as well go a little bit further. I think I'll go a little further. I want to make sure. Oh, this might not be the best. I'm gonna have to cross. I'm gonna have to cross over. But the water stream, big chunk of ice. But anyone who tries to walk on it, even would fall right through. You know what? I better get out of here because I don't want these cars above to be sort of all the noise. Maybe if we can get away a little bit. But 21st Century, I appreciate you so much for enjoying these views with me. And I promise, the reason, if in case no one knew, the reason why I want to do another nature walk today is because the next starting tomorrow, the next few days is going to be pretty mild. So most of the snow will melt, and all these views will be gone, most of them. And then tomorrow, as I mentioned, I'm out of commission, but Thursday and or Friday, I'll be right back at it. And I promise, and I hope on one of those days, and I do want to check in with you first, 21st Century, at some point between then. When is your preferred time? If you already know when you prefer, what day and what time preferable, I want to make sure, because that one, the one that you suggested, I'm so appreciative of it, that we can definitely, definitely want to make sure you're going to be able to catch that live stream. As we walk, so far I don't see anyone. I wonder, do you guys want to see me keep walking this way, or do you want me to cross Twin Rivers Road to get the view of the other side of the water? Because I'm not sure if maybe I might as well go now, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to come back. I may end up being in a whole different part. This Rouge National Urban Park is a massive land area, and so many different trails that you can see. You know what, I might as well, maybe I'll give you guys some more views of Twin Rivers Road, actually, as much as I can. I kind of was hoping that there would be snow on the trees, that they'd be all covered in snow, but didn't exactly, not exactly the case. So I may not go on Twin Rivers Road for that much longer. When I do have a video of Rouge National Park when it was a fall foliage, and it was absolutely stunning, beautiful views. All the trees were all kinds of colors, and I walked pretty much almost the entire length of Twin Rivers Road. But I don't know if I'll walk all the way, unless it's something that you guys will find interesting. And it looks like we have an opportunity to safely cross, but as you can see, pretty risky business trying to cross that bridge. I know there was unfortunately a collision just within the last week or so, and I don't know if it was this bridge or another bridge. Some more water views. I have to be careful. If I go down, I gotta make sure I'll be able to go back up. I don't know if it'll be the smartest thing for me to go down. I'm not sure. Looks like I might go through some of that. Oh, a little bit of the twigs are in the way, but yeah, if you love just like at Rouge Hill at 21st Century was here. Yeah, 21st Century, thin ice. Thin ice indeed. Absolutely. Maybe we'll keep it going. I don't know. 20. Maybe I don't know. Actually, you know what? 20. Maybe if anyone's in the house, 21st Century. Maybe I'll ask you. Would you like me to continue on Twin Rivers Road here, or do you want me to start going on the trails? Would you like me to start going on the trails? I was hoping. I mean, there are some pretty interesting views, the winding roads, but mostly I was hoping the trees would be covered in. That's what I was kind of envisioning. You just kind of see it on the ground mostly. There's a car coming. But we can start going through the trails here, or if we keep going on Twin Rivers Road, there are other places where we can connect to the trail. I just want to, for some reason, I want to walk on this side, even though if I was on the other side, I could actually, oh yeah, this side's got more room, so that's why. We're here, Twin Rivers Road, right by Rouge National Urban Park. I wonder if we'll see, hopefully we'll see some wildlife. Here's another kind of a foresty area that people can go check out. Maybe I'll just dip in for a bit. But yes, 21st Century in the house. We saw Ottawa emergency videography in the house. And Ottawa emergency videography does also wonderful job of catching our firefighter heroes. Some really cool videos. Yogi in the house. Hey Henry, 21st Century in Ottawa. Yogi, so glad you could be here. Shouts out to Yogi, my OG mod. Yogi, I hope you'll enjoy. I guess I guess you could call it nature views. I was expecting more snow to be like on the trees and everything, but they're mostly I could see they've already started melting a little bit. But Yogi in the house. So great to see you, Yogi, and I finally was able to join you in 21st Century in the in Johnny Strides and Kent Continuum. It was a kind of a treat that those two nice guys gave us the back-to-back live streams. And Susie in the house. Susie's in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Susie. Hey, Yogi and everyone. Thank you so much, Susie. I don't know if you saw my comment, but thank you so much for subbing to my channel. And Yogi, I heard that you referred Susie to my channel, so I appreciate you so much for that. And I got to get back to, I missed a comment from 21st Century. Follow the road, other side, please. Follow the road, other side. Okay, so do you want to see me on the other side of the road with the, I guess with the cars coming, I guess. Follow the road, other side, okay. 21st Century says, hey Yogi, good to see you. Awesome, so much friendly vibes going on. And Susie says, hey Yogi and everyone. Yogi says, good to see you, 21st. All right, a lot of familiar faces. It's awesome that you all are familiar with each other. Yogi says, hey Susie. And 21st Century says, hey Susie. Looks like Susie's popular. Susie says, I was looking until Yogi arrived. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you could join the chat. Thank you so much, Susie. And I appreciate you all so much because I remember when I was first doing live streams, sometimes I'd be talking to myself. But in the early days, Yogi, I remember Yogi was there. And there's, he's not here now, but Ottawa Transit and Buses. Ottawa Transit and Buses. And Yogi says, LOL. I gotta get back to the 21st Century. We'll get back to Twin Rivers Road. So, 21st Century, did you mean for me to, on the other side there where I'll be able to see the cars coming? Just gotta make sure there's a couple of cars coming on either way here. 21st Century, wonder what wildlife around here. Probably fish and birds. Yeah, 21st Century. Yeah, when I was here back, I don't know if they've, when I was here back when the fall foliage, I saw, and I'm gonna try and, I don't know if that was part of my video, but I did make a short video, one of the YouTube shorts, of these gigantic salmon. Gigantic salmon swimming upstream, pretty awesome. But yeah, actual, because there are some bit of water, like kind of pond like. So yeah, I think I think 21st Century is right. We're probably going to see mostly fish and birds. See a wide open land there. And there's another view of the winding Twin Rivers Road. Again, if you're going to venture here, be very, very careful. As I'm walking towards where the cars will be coming towards me. So I think maybe that's a good idea, because at least I'll see them. I don't have to keep listening behind me and looking behind me. So thanks for that, 21st Century. 21st Century says, is camping allowed? Oh yes, camping is definitely allowed. Hopefully I get to the main entrance where they show, but definitely camping is allowed here. Yep, absolutely. There are many, many spots. I mean, this Rouge National Urban Park is just massive, just utterly massive, and you'll see we just barely scratching the surface here. And Yogi says, "Yo, Henry." Yo, Yogi. And shouts out to Yogi and also Pippin and her lovely furries. Yogi, it would be awesome. It would be awesome to see a video of maybe all your furries together, and with the sounds too. I remember in your beautiful sunrise video, the one from before, not the one you just released, but the one from which was quite magnificent, I may say. But your video before with the sunrise, absolutely stunning. We got to hear Pippin, and so that was awesome. But thank you all so much for joining me here at Rouge National Urban Park. Try and give you as many views as possible. As you see, these roads are winding. So I hear some signs of civilization. But this part, I definitely remember going through here when the last time I was here. Shouts out to everyone in the chat. 21st Century in the house. Then we saw Ottawa Emergency Videography, and then Yogi came, and then Susie. And thank you all so much for joining me. I'll try and make this as interesting as I can. I know that thank you so much for tuning in. I know that nature videos aren't sort of as, how do I put it, interesting as when you see the urban life, but it is great to connect with nature. Just kind of when you just want to get away from the crowd. As 21st Century and anyone else who saw the last live stream I had at Rouge Hill, we got some pretty awesome waterway vibes. Sorry for my bit of a, but yeah, it's a really nice place to connect with nature. And I promised, I know there was votes for exploring the city when I put the poll up on my community page, and I promised I will. I promised 21st Century, actually, just to let you all know, he had a fantastic idea of doing a live stream at the CN Tower. So we'll get back on the road. We'll just I'll peek in every once in a while. There's just so many places that you can just kind of, like I did now. 21st Century said a live stream at the CN Tower observation deck. So there's so many trails, as you'll notice, that you can kind of, not much to see here. So we'll get back. But yeah, hopefully maybe Thursday or Friday I can maybe we'll do that CN Tower live stream. 21st Century says, yes, other side, but don't stray too far. Thanks. Okay. Thanks as always for the feedback, and thank you for... And feel free, like a 21st Century did, to let me know what y'all want to see. These cars probably think I'm insane, but it's okay. It's okay. They don't come like one. Now here's another example. Definitely don't cross this bridge until there's nobody here. Until there's no cars coming by. Should never cross this bridge that we see here on Twin Rivers Road. Should never cross this if you even hear any cars in the background or anything. Now, I think I'm good. Sorry if the camera's a bit shaky. I'm gonna have to run a little bit. 21st Century says, careful, both sides of the road for incoming cars. Yeah, I would not, to be safe, better to just stay on the trails. But if you really want that feeling of exploring Twin Rivers Road, as you'll see here, this is one of the designated trails here, Orchard Trail. Ooh, the sign, they gotta clean up the sign a little bit. Dogs allowed. Okay, so as 21st Century asked, here, I guess there are designated areas for camping. Here you can't camp, but they do have designated areas for camping. And I guess they ask people not to feed the animals and Oh, 21st Century says, can you make Susie a mod, please? Okay, 21st Century. I'll take your word for it. I'll definitely take your word for it. Susie, I remember in the chat, I think it was Can Continuum? Or Johnny Stride. I think, yeah, in Can Continuum, I saw that Susie is a mod. So I could definitely, we'll mod Susie up momentarily. So Susie will be part of the mod crew just momentarily. And Yogi says Pippin snorting, lol. Yeah, I hope you all get to check out Yogi's video, the sunrise video, the one, well, both actually, the one that was just recently released and the one from before. Actually, maybe we'll get to the trails later. We'll keep going on Twin Rivers Road. Maybe I can put, I'll put my coffee down and get Susie, because I am holding a coffee and holding my iPhone on one hand. I'll be right back. All right, it's official. Susie is now a mod. So the next time Susie says something in the chat, we should see the shiny blue wrench. Thanks for the suggestion, 21st Century. And Susie says, I was gonna go out to get panettone clearance at Loblaws or Fresco. Panettone, okay. Panettone, awesome. And Susie says, I have 3 days off. I hope everyone is enjoying the holidays. Thank you so much for the positivity, Susie. Much appreciated. Seems like everyone here has had nice holidays, and I definitely have as well. Thank you so much. Yogi says, don't come back with loads of reduced chocolate like I did yesterday, Susie. LOL. That's awesome, that the camaraderie that you all have with each other. And Susie has LOL. It's sold at SDM. Oh, okay, Shoppers Drug Mart. I'm assuming that's Shoppers Drug Mart. Definitely, I'm a fan of Shoppers Drug Mart. PC Optimum points all the way. 21st Century says, yay, Susie has super mod powers. Yes, Susie, the blue wrench looks good on you. The shiny new blue wrench. So you're now part of the mod crew along with my OG mod Yogi. We got Ottawa Transit and Buses, who's not here in the moment, but he's always been super good at joining the chats. And 21st Century, Sanjay in Kingston. He became a mod when I did my live stream along the lake, around the harbor front. And Orphan Annie, very lovely person, very positive, always has sweet things to say. Orphan Annie, also was made a mod one in the last live stream of the Rouge Hill. And Susie says, nah, I wanted panettone clearance. Okay. Susie says, not worth the $25 inflation. Yeah, you know, prices everywhere. Prices pretty much across the board, even just for groceries, even if you're just doing your regular grocery shopping, it seems like everything has gone up. So yeah, talk about inflation. So definitely I'm going to keep collecting those PC Optimum points. And PC Optimum it's just an awesome program. You can go shop at Drug Mart, Loblaws, what else? No Frills, and all right, cooking and other stuff in the house. Thank you so much for joining. Cooking and other stuff. Great walk. Just subscribe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I would normally do a selfie, but I have that very unsightly red dot still in my eye. I guess I got a paper cut there in my eyelid when I didn't even know it. Maybe later if I check if it's gone, or I can do a selfie. But shouts out to, thank you so much. And 21st Century says, hey, cooking and other stuff, welcome. Susie says, I have yet to try eat BKK Thai food. Yeah, Susie, I actually, you know what? One of the viewers who was watching my live stream, I think it was part 2 of the my winter storm live stream. As I walk amongst the slushy snow, but it's all good. My boots are very, very up to the task. And Yogi would know that, and so with 21st Century would definitely know that. These boots, well, there isn't very much ice, thankfully, but I'm ready for anything because these boots do not slip on ice. It's got some kind of magic technology on it. But Susie, yeah, one viewer, RJ, with he's one of the co-owners of several restaurants, including Eat BKK Thai Kitchen and Bar. Sorry, and he was nice enough to treat me to that. We'll get back on the road. Just we'll peek it. Nice enough to treat me to that. I had pad thai and tom yum soup, and man, I tell you, that pad thai, no word of lie, is like one of the best pad thais I've ever had in my life. It's so good. It's right near Yonge and Steeles. Definitely, I would highly recommend it. And not just because RJ was nice enough to treat me. It was like really, really, really good. And the tom yum soup was excellent as well. The pad thai very. I won't get into it too much, but since this is a nature walk, but hey, who doesn't love great food? And thanks for bringing that up, Susie. Full of flavor, the pad thai, even the spicy pad thai. When I said hit me up with the spicy, they asked me for medium. So I said hit me up with the spiciest one you got. They were worried for me, but I tell you, it's not. It was spicy, but not overpoweringly spicy. So it was really good. And I even made a separate video of that part of the live stream. We'll get back. Sorry, guys. And yeah, so that was my dinner during Susie and everyone during the winter storm. And it was very satisfying. Yogi, yay, thanks for making 21st Century and Susie part of the mod squad. Oh, I like that, the mod squad. That sounds actually better than when I say mod crew. I think mod squad. I think I may have heard Ken Continuum or Johnny Strides say the mod squad, so I guess maybe part of me, I didn't want to seem like I was copying them. And again, those two, and there are other fantastic live streamers, I'm sure, but those are the two that I'm familiar with in Toronto. And pretty, I don't want to seem like I'm a competition, because I'm not. Yeah, I will do some walks. I will definitely do some walks, but I will also do other things too, like bus rides, and I've got a couple of votes for even food, and and a nice person cooking and other stuff. Subscribed. Great walk. And I guess thank you so much. You appreciate this naturey walk, but obviously, by judging by your handle, you would be interested in some food content. So I'll try and mix it up as much as I can. Susie says, holy smokes, that car was... Nature likes to intervene with the internet. Yeah, we'll see how this goes, Susie. I found that I've never done a live stream. Like I've done a regular recorded, like I've recorded video here, but we'll test out the internet capabilities. I did try the internet at some points. I know that right now it seems to be working just fine. I'm on 5G, but I know that there are certain areas, and I hope to get to the spot that I want to. I definitely want to show you. Really beautiful spot. When I get to a certain spot, as was in my last video of Rouge National Urban Park with the fall foliage, there are certain areas where 4G actually, you have to switch to 4G because it actually works better than 5G. But for the most part, 5G works just fine. And just have to catch up with the chat. Sorry. 21st Century says, I like to stay nearby the roads just in case I get lost walking in unfamiliar grounds. Yeah. You know, funny you say that, 21st Century. Funny you say that, because I was a little bit scared and nervous when I was here last time. I spent hour after hour, and even then I still didn't get to explore everything. So can you imagine? And one thing led to another. I had to have a Zoom call in the middle of the afternoon. I think it was, I don't remember if it was 3 or 4 o'clock, but I had to take a Zoom. So I had a Zoom call right in one of my favorite spots in this whole place. And that's when I knew, in that spot I had to switch to 4G. But then it was like, after I finished, I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I want to be here when it's dark. Now that was back when in the fall foliage, so it didn't get dark that early, but still, like, it was like, wait a minute. That's my time here. I better make sure that I get to where I need to get to before it gets dark. Otherwise, it's going to be a heck of a time trying to navigate. So it can be very easy to get, but the one good thing, to give you guys some confidence, the one good thing, when you get to the part where right into the woods, when you get to part right into the woods, they have these they paint these white markings on the trees, where to let you know that you're good, you're on the main path. And every few trees, they have those white markings to give you that confidence that, you know, you're at least on the right track. You're not just in the middle of nowhere. But definitely there are areas here where you can definitely be, I mean, you guys can kind of see, you can definitely get, you'd have fun playing hide and seek. Let's put it that way. There are parts where you will be in the middle of nowhere. So, but even when they don't have the markings, you could usually tell kind of a trail. There's a trail sort of everywhere. 21st Century says no lighting fires. Yeah, can you imagine? Especially with all these dry twigs now of the trees. That would be bad news. And especially we're gonna get some mild temperature too starting tomorrow. So all you Torontonians will be, I guess, pretty happy about that. I don't know what they're doing here. Some kind of construction. Well, obviously no one's walking now, but Susie says probably too much wildlife in the area of this park. Yeah, maybe we'll get to see. Now I remember last time. Oh yeah, I may have to start going on the trail soon, because I remember last time I didn't go much further. Because when I went a little bit further. I think I went up that winding part up there. I don't know if it's. I went up that part here. I remember somewhere up there I ended up wiping out. Thankfully it was okay. But I didn't than here because they are resident. It becomes kind of mostly residential. And see, we are officially in Pickering now. We are officially in Pickering. And I didn't want to. We haven't seen any cars for a while, so that's cool. Oh, just as I say that, I hear one now. And yeah, hopefully we'll see some wildlife. I know that Susie and 21st Century mentioned. I know Yogi obviously has a lovely animals, loves animals. And I did mention in my last live stream, I know 21st Century was in the chat. There's another Rouge National Urban Park sign. I do have a video of a Toronto Zoo. So if that's something that you all think that I should publish, I'll be more than happy to. Maybe in the near future. I mean, I've been ready to release that for quite some time now. Just a matter of I guess I was waiting maybe for whatever reason. 21st Century says, feed a wild animal, probably follow you home. Yeah. Yeah, I know the last time I was here. Unfortunately, when I was coming on from the main entrance, which is maybe hopefully I'll get to in this live stream. When I was coming to the main entrance, when I was walking up, I think Kingston Road, just off Kingston Road is where. But unfortunately, I saw a dead raccoon. I'm sorry if that's sorry to say dead raccoon, and it was a pretty sad sight. There was guts everywhere. Anyway, I don't want that's too much information. Sorry about that, but it's like I've never seen that in my life. Like it got hit pretty bad with the whole truck coming. I'm gonna give it a little bit more space. But yeah, 21st Century. If I fed in a wild animal, can you imagine? That would be hilarious. And if it would be following me the whole time, that would make pretty awesome. I'd have to put the camera to the. That would make great. That would make a great video in itself. Susie says, I'm always in Ken or Johnny's streams. I'm a mod for Ken and Lizzo's. All right, Lizzo. I remember Yogi highly recommended Lizzo, as well as 21st Century, I believe. I think 21st Century, both Yogi and 21st Century highly recommended me to check out Lizzo. Out and about with Lizzo. So I was thinking maybe even though I was home yesterday for the first time in forever, I was hoping to do some binge watching of YouTube, but unfortunately I ended up working a lot on making some new content. But I still was able to catch Johnny's and Ken's streams. And now Susie says also has good things to say about Lizzo. See, there are people you can go pretty much hiking and climbing everywhere there, but I think there are residences coming soon. If you can imagine pretty spectacular views when there was a fall foliage. Everything was different colors, and you can if you ever have a chance, ever interested, you can check out that. Susie says wildlife are scary. Yeah. I definitely would be pretty scared. I'm not scared of too many things, but if there was I can't lie, if there was a black bear, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to take on a black bear. So hopefully there's no black bears that try and look at me and don't like me. And Susie says LOL, Yogi gets the round. Oh, you guys are the best. Yogi with the halo and and the laugh. 21st Century, good mods here to keep the chat going. Yes, absolutely. And 21st Century, congratulations. Thank you again for handling the situation on my last live stream when we had those pesky bots. First time, if I recall, that we had to deal with, but it was, because we were starting to hit some of the residences, I think. Twin Rivers Road, there's a hole that normally would be water down there. Oh, maybe I can't really see with the twigs and everything, but you can see mostly thin ice. As 21st Century says, thin ice. I almost went through, as he saw earlier. But I don't to go back down Twin Rivers Road because I don't know if I feel comfortable. It's a seems like a quiet residential neighborhood. I'm not sure with a guy with the camera here. I don't exactly look like a choir boy, so I don't know. They're gonna be suspicious or whatever. But yeah, this is a residence. I think I better start going down. If that's cool with you all, maybe I'll take you all to some right into the naturey part, away from all the cars, and take you on some nature views of trails. And absolutely 21st Century, you're absolutely right about that. Great mods, good mods. And I'm so glad, and thank you all for being willing to accept the being a mod. And know that, I know right now my channel's still growing, so, but no pressure at all. No pressure at all. Just pretty easy going. Pretty easy going. As long as everyone's respectful of each other. As long as everyone's respectful. That's the main thing. No one attacks anyone personally, or if someone blabs about gibberish or balderdash, oh, that's fine. It's just like when you see in the street somebody just kind of going on about nothing. I just kind of leave them alone. I guess most people just kind of walk by and let them continue talking gibberish to themselves. But I pray that they get the help they need. Susie says, if I lived in the UK, I'd be offering everyone a Boots card. LOL. Susie says, Henry, I'm curious, what background are you? Yes, Susie, I'm born here in Canada. My parents are born from South Korea, so my background is Korean. Sorry I haven't, and I will definitely, you'll get to know a little bit more about me. Definitely, there's certain things that maybe, I don't want to get too personal, but that's perfectly fine. Thanks for the question, Susie. Yeah, Korean, so I definitely had a lot of Korean. Unfortunately, Susie, I don't speak Korean, but I do love, I don't know what this guy honking for. What are you honking for? Guy, better not be honking at me. Maybe I should just point the camera at you now, like honk at me. Wasn't pointing the camera, but that's what you want. But yeah, I've had my fair share of Korean food. But I'm a big fan of food from all over the world, and that's one of the things that maybe keep me in Toronto. And yeah, if I may ask, Susie, are you I know I know Yogi and 21st Century are lovely people from the UK. Sorry, I have to keep pointing away from the cars because it's just kind of a lone. If it was just like if it was a regular busy road, then I wouldn't care. But just kind of one car coming one by one. I know. I don't know if they'd appreciate being on camera, but I did have some amazing, pretty amazing. Not the, I don't want to say, it was very good. Very delicious LA style kalbi for Christmas Eve dinner with the family. Definitely not anywhere near the best I've had, but you know, I guess it's the occasion that makes everything work. So, and or I guess so behind in the chat, I really hope I didn't forget to greet Orphan Annie. Orphan Annie in the house. Orphan Annie, cheers to you so much. Season's greetings, beautiful people. That's how far I am in the chat. Orphan Annie, thank you so much for being here. Also, part of the mod squad. If I may allow to use the mod squad. I like kind of sounds, has a better ring to it. Orphan Annie, very lovely, positive contributor to the chat, and join me for my thank you so much. You joined me for my winter storm streams during the winter storm, where I pretty much live streamed for about 8 hours straight. And Orphan Annie is such a wonderful positivity, and Orphan Annie makes a pretty amazing chili. It's on a good, we got a good word on that Orphan Annie definitely. And I want to ask you how your key lime pie was yesterday, Orphan Annie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, Orphan Annie. She says season's greetings, beautiful people. And thank you so much everyone for welcoming Orphan Annie. Yeah, Susie says middle of nowhere Blair Witch vibes. Yeah. Yeah, you said it. It's somebody could literally murder me. Sorry, I'm not gonna be too gruesome, but someone could literally murder me and hide my body somewhere. I don't think very little chance. Sorry to sound so grim. I just trying not to make light of it, but like really, someone could hide. If someone really wanted to, they could whisk me away somewhere. Wouldn't be found for you. May never be found. There are places here where it's maybe I should walk on for this. I think there's a little bit better footing here. 21st century. How was Boxing Day, Orphan Annie? Big crowds out shopping. Yogi says, LOL, Susie, don't scare Henry. Yeah, I won't lie. I was a little bit nervous that time when I finished my Zoom call with one of my colleagues, and it was by the time it must have been at least 4 o'clock, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I better give myself enough time to get back to civilization before it gets dark. Because I didn't. Well, I guess I could always use my iPhone flashlight, but still, you know. Orphan Annie says, you look like in the middle of nowhere. Stay safe. Yeah. Orphan Annie, we're at Rouge National Urban Park. It's about a 5-minute bus ride, as I mentioned, to 21st Century, to Rouge Hill. If you the last live stream where we got to catch some amazing waters with the ice and snow and all the chunks of snow and ice in the water. And I apologize that maybe the views here aren't as spectacular. I was hoping to see snow on the trees. That's what I was kind of envisioning when I came here. I wanted to catch the last little bit of snow vibes, because most of this is all gonna go away. The temperature is gonna be pretty balmy. if I'm using, or definitely pretty mild starting tomorrow. So and as mentioned, I'm out of commission tomorrow, but back at it maybe Thursday. But yeah, Orphan Annie and everybody, you can definitely get lost. It's very easy to get lost here. You'll be able to find a good hiding spot here, and nobody will find that nobody can find for years, for many years. So I mean, it's very, very expansive. But we are at Rouge National Urban Park. I will get to the trails shortly, and maybe you'll get some better views than what we're seeing here. Well, unless you don't mind this, then that's all good. But Hard Jod in the house. Hey, Hard Jod, thank you so much. I just catch my breath. Good morning, Henry and everyone. Thank you so much for being here, Hard Jod. Good morning to you. Hope your day's going well, and hope everyone's day is going well so far. Oh, this is awesome. It feels like apparently I've been exactly 1 hour streaming, and we just scratched the surface. So thanks for welcoming, Hard Jod. Orphan Annie says stay at home, bad weather. Well, I hope it's in Tennessee. Orphan Annie, shouts out to Tennessee. Hopefully the situation will improve, just like here in Toronto. We're supposed to get better. Hopefully that'll be the case where you are, Orphan Annie. It'll get better within the next 24 hours. Susie says that means that there are en routes not far. Oh yes, Susie, absolutely. Right at the top of when I started, you know what? I may have to run. I think I do hear a car, but it's the other way. So I think I can. Maybe we can get across this bridge quick. And I do not recommend. I know I am being a hypocrite. I'm doing it, but normally I don't recommend doing this unless you're absolutely sure of yourself. Then it's fine. But yeah, Susie, there when I started, we were I don't know what road is. We're right now on Twin Rivers Road. I mean, we can go through here. I mean, Twin Rivers Road and Shepherd Avenue East out in Scarborough. Shepherd Avenue East. Way out in the east end of Scarborough. Pretty much the Scarborough is bordering along with Pickering. Oh, I know where this part leads. Okay, I think actually it's worth going through here. I was hoping that there'd be snows on the trees, but oh, good to see all the friendly vibes in the hub. Thank you so much. And Orphan Annie, thank you so much for that virtual hug. Big hugs to you, Orphan Annie. Thank you so much. Normally I would do a selfie, but I've got that unsightly red little mark on my eyelid. It might take another day or two for it to I didn't even know it happened. I guess I had a paper cut there or something. Thank you so much, Orphan Annie, for all your positivity. Susie says that's where COVID Hippo was delivered by Johnny. Oh, okay. Or does it say hip? Oh, COVID. I'm assuming it says Hippo or COVID H. Sorry, I guess that's an inside joke that you guys. Yeah, I guess I gotta get more involved in the chat. I know I keep saying that, but sometimes it's not always possible. We could always get some close-up of the water views here. That's awesome, and the great thing is you all are familiar with each other, so you can make these jokes. And looks like Yogi had a good laugh at that one, at Susie's joke. But maybe I should be quiet for a second, let you hear the water. I don't know. If I try and step on it, I'm sure. Oh, it is solid enough. 21st Century, could you imagine Mr. Hippo watching this live stream? Okay. I think that name is from, I think I've seen it, and I've seen that name because it is such an interesting name, COVID Hippo. I've seen it in the chat, but again, you know, I keep saying it. I wish I could be a little bit more involved. But hopefully, in at least in the next few days, I can at least get more familiar with some of y'all. Sometimes I'm worried because I don't want to seem like I'm trying to. I don't want. That's part of the reason why I don't want to seem like I'm trying to. Like, I want to be in the chat for genuine reason. I don't want it to appear like I'm trying to, you know, trying to get people to come to my channel or anything like that. So that's my only concern. 21st Century, will you be live streaming on New Year's Eve? That's a great question, 21st Century, because I mean, obviously, it would be great for my channel. It would be, maybe I could get some feedback from you and everyone else if that's something I should do. It's just I definitely I know that there comes a time when I can't keep worrying about, I have to do what's best for my channel. I can't keep worrying about not interfering. I don't want to definitely take away any viewers. I don't want to take away any viewers from the Toronto streamers, Ken Continuum, Johnny Strides. If I gotta be think about maybe if you guys can help me, any suggestions. I definitely am not gonna do. I definitely want to do. I definitely want to do a New Year's Eve live stream. But I just have to figure out. I definitely not at the same spot, for sure. Not the same spot. You know. Especially I'm pretty new. I don't wanna. It wouldn't be fair for me to try and, you know. I see people ahead. Hopefully, they keep it moving. I don't want to. For Johnny Strides and to Continuum, I heard that there's going to be maybe a big collab for New Year's Eve. So I'll definitely think of some creative way to be able to have a really cool New Year's Eve live stream without really. Well, then again, there are many times when I guess and maybe I can ask you guys, you lovely people. There are people that watch multiple live streams at once, so we'll definitely figure that out. I definitely want to. And I just have to figure out, like I said, a good way where it works out kind of for everybody. And hello. That's awesome. That is awesome. Hello. Oh, that's awesome. I just seen these folks with sort of with the ski poles, but with the snowshoe sort of snowshoes. 21st Century says, I'm a mod on Out and About with Little C YouTube channel. Yes, I hopefully in the coming days I can at least check out. I did go back and watch the when Action Kid did when he was in Toronto and he tried the beaver tails. I hadn't actually watched the video, but I knew that Action Kid had tried beaver tails because I saw the thumbnail. So I hope I didn't make it seem like I watched the video. I didn't, but I saw the thumbnail and knew that he tried. And then when I watched the video again, so I do, and then he ate with Out with Lizzo. So now I know a little bit. Hello. Now I know a little bit. Now I could say that at least I've seen that was a collaboration with Action Kid. So at least I can say I'm now somewhat familiar. I will definitely check out her channel, definitely, because apparently she's coming really highly recommended. Orphan Annie says, I live in Black Bear country. Yeah, I recall you saying that, Orphan Annie. Yeah, Black Bear in the Smoky Mountains. And pretty soon we'll be able to, there's a pretty neat spot here where we can just, maybe I'll sit down for a minute or two right by the water. Susie says, be right back, gonna cook before I go out. All right, sounds good, Susie. Good to know that you cook your food. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, and hopefully we'll see you again shortly. And 21st Century says, black bear are scary. Any whiff of food, feeding frenzy. Yeah, we'll take a look at some, this part of the water is streaming. But Susie did say, be right back. There's maybe I'll be quiet for a second, hear the streaming water. Yeah, I this stuff. I live for this kind of stuff. I love nature, and I appreciate you all for joining me on this nature sort of excursion, bit of a nature vibes. But yeah, black bears, I would definitely be, I can't lie, I would be very, very nervous if I was even if I was 100 feet away from the black bear. But if I was 100 feet away, I think I would have enough of a head start to go get the heck out of there and find a hiding spot. Oh, okay, so 21st Century says it's buffering, signal comes and go. Okay, I guess maybe I'm gonna have to switch it to 4G now. Thanks for letting me know. Ottawa Transit and buses in the house. Hi everyone. Haja says, oh, okay, I'm gonna switch it right now. All right, I just switched it, sort of downgrade to 4G. It actually might improve, so please let me know if that improves. But Harjot asks, how are you today, Toronto Tech and Transit? I'm very well, thank you, Harjot. And Harjot, thanks again for finding me on Instagram. I really need to post a lot more there. I don't post that much, but thanks for finding me there, Harjot, and thank you as always for being asking for the well-being of others. It's really much appreciated. And 21st Century says, hey, Ottawa Transit and buses. 21st Century says, first dingus encounter? Yes. You know what? I don't know if I did mention in one of my live streams, I forget exact, but I don't know if anyone was here. I hope the picture, it should be improving now. It's still buffering? Oh boy, if that's the case. Okay, you know what? If that's the case, I may have to go back the other way, because I guess this part, there are dead spots. I may have to go, maybe I'll go up that. If it's still buffering, I'm sorry about that. Maybe I'll go up that little trail. All right, let's see how it goes. But all right, well, we'll get out of here real quick. I'm sorry about that. So this is a learning experience. I'm learning with you all same time. But yeah, first dingus encounter, 21st Century. I had it, when was it? And I'm just waiting to see when I think you guys will get a kick out of it, but I'm just waiting because I remember when Ken said a lot of nice folks were a little bit uncomfortable. The guy he tried to get me to calm down a little bit and just said just forget about this idiot, but I had to let that dingus know, if I may borrow Ken's term, which is quite hilarious. I like that dingus. in no uncertain terms that I am not intimidated by you, and I warn you, you better not be doing this harassing other people who just want to take in the scenery. And the office worker, unfortunately, I know I stood up for myself, and the office worker was worried that there might be a fight, because I got right in his face, and I told him, I invited him, go ahead, do whatever, go do what you're gonna do, because I'm not resorting to violence. I'm just I'm not gonna assault someone. That's why I said, you want to take the first shot, be my guest, then I could claim self-defense. But sorry, I'm not trying to make this sorry, I don't want to scare anyone off with the UFC talk. Basically, the point is, most of these dinguses are just talk and cowards, and if you stand up for yourself, you won't have any issues. These idiots will be running between the tail between their legs. I was gonna sit by the water. I don't know if the picture is improved at all. As Ottawa Transit Bus says, "Hi, Susie." If you please please let me know if the picture has gotten better or not. I may have to check myself. Yeah, I hope the buffering has stopped. Seems like we're going. But yeah, please let me know if the picture has gone better, or if not. I probably will have to, I think I'm going to keep it on 4G for a while. I think, especially being in these woods, probably the 4G infrastructure is actually better than the 5G. So we'll keep it moving here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to sit down for a minute. Here. And I wish I could give you all better views than this. Hopefully the buffering has stopped. I'm just here for a couple of minutes, just taking a breather. After walking up that quite a hilly part. Yogi says, "Hi, Ottawa Transit and Buses." Yogi in the house, my OG mod. Yogi, how's may I ask if the picture, just listen to the snow. Thanks so much for that, Susie. And yeah, that sounds pretty good right about now. That's awesome, Susie. And props to you for cooking. I know it's easy to just say, to heck with it, I'm just gonna order something, but sometimes cooking, a lot of times cooking is the best way, really. And Susie says, "Hey, Ottawa Transit and Buses and Orphan Annie." Oh, Susie, if you could also let me know if the picture is clear. I know there was some buffering issues earlier. Hopefully it's gotten better. I'm like pretty much right in the thick of, I know there's a lot of trees around, but and even though the trees are bare, I guess the one silver lining is with less maybe there's less signal interference to deal with, maybe, because most of the shrubbery is obviously done for the winter time. Ottawa Transit and Buses says nature is beautiful. Yeah, Ottawa Transit Buses. Thank you so much for enjoying. I know you really enjoyed the Rouge Hill, the water vibes. And I'm so glad you enjoyed that. And yeah, definitely check out Ottawa Transit and Buses was in my Rouge Hill live stream. And I also posted a 4K version as well, 4K version of my Rouge Hill exploration. It really is something, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it is something nice to watch, put on the big screen TV and ASMR views, because the 4K version pretty much just has the sounds of the water. And 21st Century was also in that live stream. Out with nature is good for meditation and fresh air. Yeah, I appreciate you all so much, because thank you all so much. I know that nature isn't one of the most popular. I know that for my channel, transit has got the most votes so far, as well as exploring the city and food. But so far, I don't think I've gotten any votes for exploring nature and tech. But I'm gonna try, and I know it's not always possible to be a jack of all trades when it comes to YouTube. I know that sometimes viewers may be alienated, not you know, some people come, let's say, strictly for, let's say, for just, they subscribe to my channel just for the transit. And but my thinking is, once in a while posting things like this, and good food, beautiful nature, and maybe some exploring the city. I think they all kind of go hand in hand. I don't think more. I hope, you know, I'll do the best I can to balance out each and every one of your interests as we walk. As you can see, there are just endless amounts of these kind of trails where you can go. But yeah, 21st Century, nature is good for meditation and fresh air. 100%, 1000% agree. A lot of time, like kind of when I don't want to deal with crowds or anything like that, I just want to be in touch with nature. I mean, you do see the odd person come by, and it's, you know, obviously that's cool. And but it is really something for great for self-care, for the mind, spirit, body. And I know, and by and large, nature in general, when you do come across the odd person, nature, people who like to walk amongst the nature are very, very chill. They tend to make more eye contact and just more friendly in general than just if you were then being in the city, the hustle bustle of the city. And that makes sense. I mean, I guess you see lots of this too. And definitely have to be very careful where you choose to hike. Like if someone was to choose to try and go down there, I mean, that's cool, but make sure. And I think I even tried, this is a very tricky place to hike back up, especially when it's slippery. And I've tried to, I remember the last time when I said I had a Zoom call here at Rouge National Urban Park, and I was scrambling to try and find, and I think it may have been here that I tried to get back up, and let me tell you, at times it was scary. I didn't know if I was going to be, because when you go up, I'm sure some of you know, when you hike and you go up a certain point, there's pretty much no, when you get to a certain point, you can't really, there's no turning back, there's no going back down. And I've been almost in a situation where I was in no man's land, where I got to a point where it'd be too dangerous to go back down, and I didn't know if I could make it all the way up. So not to scare anyone, I was fine, but it was nerve-wracking. Susie says there's too many self-entitled dinguses out there. Yeah, I think you were out making lunch, Susie, when I said I encountered my first dingus, and I let him know on certain terms, and I'm still, I can I probably will eventually post that encounter. I'm sure my fellow streamers will get a kick out of it, because I let them know on certain terms, yeah, you're not gonna intimidate me or anybody. So you can keep blathering on your little balderdash, your gibberish, whatever you're talking. I told them, go educate yourself what the law is. There's no expectation in public, but if it's a private property, yes, the security and the like do have, even if it doesn't make any sense, can ask people to leave. But ooh, this is a massive uprooting of this tree. Oh, I better be. There's people there. Okay, I don't want to make sure. But you can see here, pretty massive tree trunks. A very common sight here. But yeah, I'll definitely post that encounter at some point. I just got to make sure I put a disclaimer, because it is not a very comfortable. I did get very I got right in his face, and but I guess I won't say too much about it. I'll just and Susie says picture quality is good. Maybe it's just certain parts where you'll lose the tower. Yeah, Susie, just like when we were by the water there, and everyone was saying it was buffering. I guess there are just certain dead spots, and I totally understand that amongst this. Hey, how you guys doing? Don't worry, you're not in the camera. Don't worry.
Starbucks up here?
Oh no, it came when I was from a Union Station, actually. Yeah, nice folks hiking, and this is a massive tree that has been uprooted. This is absolutely massive, and it kind of makes for fun when you're trekking out here. 21st Century says buffering has stopped for the moment. Yeah, I switched it to 4G. I'm kind of guessing that 4G will work better than 5G here, like right here in the kind of wilderness, if you will. I'm sure the 5G infrastructure hasn't really been prioritized here. So, and Ottawa Transit buses, thank you for that. Buffering has stopped. Harjot said, yesterday I went to Humber Arch Bridge with my family, Toronto Tech and Transit. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Harjot. That bridge is quite something to behold. Quite a striking architecture. And Humber Bay shores, that area of the lakes, really beautiful. And that actually reminds me, thank you for that, Harjot. That reminds me, I would definitely like to do some type of live stream or video there. Ottawa Transit and Buses says, but I gotta go, I missed the Boxing Day yesterday. All right, Ottawa Transit Buses, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining, as you usually do on my live streams. It is much appreciated. But yeah, definitely go out there and get some good Boxing Day deals. Susie says, being in CSR for as long as I have, I've dealt with a lot of dinguses. Yeah, Susie, yeah. Customer service, you definitely have to deal with, no matter if it's face-to-face or on the phone. I see a lot of TTC bus operators. They have to deal with a lot of crap, a lot of dinguses, flat out dinguses out there. And definitely, yeah, I know it's a pain in the butt, Susie. I definitely know. And Susie says, take care, Ottawa Transit Buses. Bye, Ottawa Transit Buses. Have a great day. Hope you get some really good deals out there. Boxing Day is all week, so you'll be able to grab a good deal. And actually, that reminds me, and I gotta be careful because I got a coffee in one hand, I got my iPhone in the other. This part, gotta be a little bit careful. I actually left a comment in that awesome live stream that Can Continuum did while I was on the GO train. I informed him that, speaking of Boxing Day deals, I actually was able to, and I was so excited, super excited. I was able to, and I want to share this good news with you all, because that means I could do more streaming for you lovely people. I was able to double my data for the same current plan that I have. So I let them know. I'm assuming that I don't know what carriers, but I'm assuming all the big three will have pretty much a similar Boxing Week deal where you can pretty much double your data for the same price, which is what I got. So pretty awesome. I had 50 gigs and I was able to double up to 100. So I hope Ken gets to take advantage of that. And as well, I didn't get to commenting. I didn't have time. It was kind of the stop before I was getting off, so I didn't have time. But I just assumed that Johnny Strides and everyone else, maybe out and about, Lizzo, and a lot of, sorry if I missed any. I know I don't want to say without permission, but it's just meant as a shout out. Maybe I'll just say, I won't say the whole channel name, but definitely Alex. I think Alex, I really like his content. Very interesting content. I didn't get a chance to ask him if it was okay. I gave him a shout out. I know, I can't just assume that everybody wants to, even if it's a shout out, necessarily be, but I'm really a fan of, I hope he doesn't mind me saying it, really a fan of his content. And 21st Century says, goodbye, Ottawa Transit and Buses. Thanks for joining live. And thank you all so much for being so supportive of each other. I mean, there's so many different ways I could go. I mean, if we go down there, I'm just trying to remember if I keep going up there, you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm not worried about battery life or data or anything. I can just keep going as far as I can. Maybe I'll show you down here a bit before I go. If I go back up there, I think that takes me closer to where kind of I really want to show you all just amazing vibes there, where you're by kind of streaming water and really beautiful. Susie, 21st Century says, Susie, how were your Christmas presents from your coworkers? And Susie says, the 21st Century, it was sweet. Wasn't expecting anything. Also got some from siblings. All right, that's awesome. Awesome. I mean, let's face it. It is the holidays time to be with family, but hey, getting some nice gifts is kind of nice too. But like Susie says, yeah, I'm just happy to spend the holidays with my family. Yeah, you said it, Susie. You said it. I was so glad to enjoy with my family. It's a tradition. It's a tradition. We celebrated it on Christmas Eve. And yeah, you said it, Susie. It's time for family. No matter what, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate Hanukkah or happy Kwanzaa, and even if you don't, no matter what religion or what traditions you hold, this is a time for everybody. These holidays, it's pretty much across the board for the next couple of weeks. Just kind of everything slows down a little bit. A lot of people are on holidays, vacation, so everything kind of slows down. Public transport isn't as crowded, which is a nice break actually, to have these next couple of weeks. Everything around the city isn't as a little bit less stressful, the less crowd, except for the Boxing Day, those hardcore Boxing Day shoppers. And 21st Century says, unlimited cell phone data plan in Toronto, probably expensive. Yeah, 21st Century, I pay, it's different for everybody, I guess, but to give you an idea, my plan is $95 plus tax, but that's with unlimited pretty much everything. I went from 50 gigs. I checked the app, my carrier app. I went from 50 gigs to 100 for the same price. the top 5G speed, like the top speeds, everything, shareable. I even got to unlimited, like from Canada wide and also US wide. So I jumped on that. I was like, yes, thank you. And I hope my fellow other Toronto streamers get the same deal. I don't see why not. I think all the big carriers will pretty much have oh, that's cool, a snow covered log. Pretty much have the same deal, all the big 3 carriers. But yeah, 21st Century, that is still, even though for me that's very good value, but it is expensive, more expensive, definitely one of the most in the whole world. But 100 gigs for $95, I say that's very, very, very reasonable. Although the $95 part plus is expensive. It's expensive. Definitely higher than the average. With a lot of snow here, nice, and a lot of the nice clean white snow here. I just wish it was a sunny day. It would have made a little bit better, a little bit more picturesque. You could hear the snow as I'm walking. But I hope definitely there's more advocates out there pushing for better deals for the big 3. Make it a little bit more reasonable. But definitely what you can do is you can call whatever carrier you're with, call their retention. It's called their retention line. You can threaten to cancel. Say I found a better deal somewhere else. And you call their retention line. Usually they will, usually they'll give you a better deal, somewhat of a better deal. And also I found that if I check every couple of months or so, just doesn't hurt to check what the new plans are, because every so often you can get a better deal. Like you'll get maybe not a lower price, but you'll get like more gigs for the same price. And today it was I almost forgot it, even though yesterday was Boxing Day, I just forgot. But today while I was in the GO train, I just thought I'd relax and take care of some administrative stuff, bills and stuff, whatnot. And I just said, hey, wait a minute, let me check if there are any deals there. And there we go. But Susie says it depends on the data and who he's with. I'm with Freedom and it doesn't go over. Yeah, Susie, I'm with TELUS, and they've been excellent so far. I'm very happy with them. Although, well, I guess it would have. I don't know if it would have been any better. Like when 21st Century was here in my last live stream, he knew that there were certain parts of Rouge Hill that I couldn't go to because it was buffering. So I'm not so sure that it would have been much better with Rogers or Bell. I think yeah, Susie, the one good thing about Freedom, I don't know what's going on with the big 3 here. They call themselves the big 3, Bell, Rogers, and TELUS. Why? And I'm kind of envious that Susie, with Freedom Mobile, you get cellular service in the subway. So I don't know. Maybe the rest of everyone knows already or not. But Freedom Mobile is you actually get service in the subway. That's cool. At least we got to see some snow covered on tree. Others might be different. I know Rogers and Bell overcharge. I think what happens, Susie, is with unlimited, like from the big 3, you can, even if you go over, what they'll do is they'll throttle. Well, you probably know this. Maybe you all know this already, but they'll throttle your data to make it like a less speed. And you could hear people in the background, I guess, having fun or whatever. But where I'm walking, an area. May I ask you? I don't know how good I don't actually know how good the service is in the subway, the data. Well, first of all, I try to avoid the subway when I can. I don't really go often, but if you ever have tried using your data in the subway, Susie. If you have a chance, if you could let us know how it went. And Susie says everything is on holiday hours. Yeah, you know, Susie, on my way here, I seen and this happens every single year, every time. I seen a poor fella. He tried to, I guess he needs to go into the branch, and I was gonna tell him, but I guess, you know, no point in telling him. All the banks are closed. The day after stat holiday, and we just had Boxing Day yesterday. The day after, normally the banks will close because they usually get the day off as well as the day after the holiday. So I hope no one has to do any in-person banking because all the banks are closed today. So unfortunately, but it's something, I don't blame the guy. I know it's an easy thing to forget. People think that okay, we just had Christmas and Boxing Day yesterday, things back to normal today. Not exactly, not quite back to normal. Banks should be open tomorrow again, so tomorrow will feel a little bit more normal, I guess. All right, but yes, glad we got to have some snow. Trying to remember which part. I think we were getting close to the water. I don't know if this is the part where, oh, okay, I know where I am. I think I am pretty close to sort of one of my favorite spots here, as we'll be reaching a nice streaming pond here. But as you can see, this can go on and on and on. You can literally here. Last time I was here for I don't even remember how many hours, but I didn't even there's still a lot of places that I didn't even get to explore, but I did cover a lot of ground when I was here that time. And shout out to Susie, my newly minted mod, part of the mod squad. And thank you so much for being here and being active in the chat. Really means a lot. Really means a lot. In my first few live streams, there'd be times where I'll be talking to myself, but thank goodness Yogi and Ottawa Transit and buses was here since the early days. You know, I could always have at least someone to chat with. I wonder, make sure. Maybe I'll walk back to someone coming in the other direction. I think I hear people. Maybe I should go. Maybe I'll go back the other way. Actually. But yes, we are here at Rouge National Urban Park, taking in some nature trails here. Good to see we got some nice really white snow. I know the first part of the live stream was kind of you kind of saw that messy snow, or where it's all messy and gucky, but here you can hear maybe some of the snow ASMR. You really don't want to be crossing paths with anyone. Maybe I'll cut through, as long as maybe I'll cut through. And I'll just keep the camera down just for a bit. You can see the snow and me walking on the snow. Oh, hi. Oh, no, go ahead, please. Oh, no, that's okay. Watching those dogs was worth it. Oh, I'm seeing, oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, you did, oh, I guess one of the dogs didn't like me, but that's okay. And nice to see people, there's some people enjoying here. You know, I can't be selfish and be like, you know, enjoying this whole place myself. So it's good to see some other nature lovers here. But I am gonna make my way to the part where I definitely have to show you. I definitely want to get to before I finish. I have no clue when I'm gonna finish. And as you can see, trying to hike up that thing would be quite tricky. But You could hear the snow as I'm walking. Maybe the next time it snows, when it's more scenic, I can do a 4K video where you won't hear my annoying voice and you'll just hear the nice kind of ASMR sounds. I'm just gonna do a quick battery check here. I may have to put the battery pack soon or not, I'm not sure. Okay, soon. We're still going. We've been at it for almost 2 hours, and we're gonna keep going here. Still at quarter battery life. Maybe I should just put it in. Maybe I should just put it in now when I have a chance to. Maybe we'll. That's cool. I think as soon as I can set down my coffee. Looks like there's a little reach here. I'm gonna put my battery pack. Bear with me, please. But yeah, this battery pack is pretty next level. Last time during the winter storm, I did a live stream for 8 straight hours. Hello. I did a live stream for 8 straight hours, and I could have went more, but it was getting late, and I had to get home eventually. But I really want to see how long I can actually. I may go like do a 10 or 12 hour live stream just to see how long I can go. But I wanted to, at least now I get an idea of what I can get battery life without any battery pack. So at least it's good to know. It feels like about I'd probably get maybe 2.5 hours straight without a battery. But regardless, we keep moving. We're gonna keep moving here. Let those nice people get a bit of a head start. And I kind of like this. Finally, this is kind of more like what I was hoping to see. We are seeing the trunks on the thing there with the snow cover. But I do want to get to the part. I know I keep saying it, but I want to get to the part. I guess I'll be giving my secret away, but that is going to be my favorite part of this whole place. I mean, there's more parts of this Rouge National Park, Rouge National Urban Park that I haven't explored yet, but even between the previous times and now, some snowy hills there. This place I still haven't got to explore yet. Maybe instead of staying on the main trail, I don't want to, as long as I don't want to interfere with anybody, but we're gonna keep this going. Keep it going for how long, I'm not sure. But I'm glad to see a lot of the snowy. Give it a little bit more sights here. Maybe we'll try going this way. I don't mind going through this snow here because my boots are doing the trick. See there, as you can see, I'm going off the path, but I could still, I mean, you could still, and just, you got to be careful to be safe, of course. Safety is number one. But you can see, you can get off the trail and you could just kind of go right into the woods here. And you could just, we'll get right in there. But last time I was here, we had the fall foliage. It was quite a sight to behold. And then now we're going through the winter vibes here. I just have to make sure, since I am going off the path, I have to make sure I get to where I need to go here. But I highly recommend, if you love this kind of stuff, check out Rouge National Urban Park. but probably better if you could find someone to come with. I mean, as long as you know it's safe enough if you're going solo. And I don't know what these there's a lot of these purple little tiny flags here, and I don't know if it buffered too much or what. Fortunately, seems I've lost everyone, but I'll keep it going. I'll keep it going. May have been buffering. Trying to remember. Looks like we're sort of back on the path. Trying to remember, retrace my steps from last time. But we're here at Rouge National Urban Park, catching some perhaps some last little snow vibes before everything. Oh, Orphan Annie, I'm sorry. I've been trying to watch, but buffering again on my end. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Orphan Annie. You know what, Orphan Annie? I may try, if you're still here, I may try switching again to 5G. Okay, maybe that'll work. I tried switching to 5G. So maybe I have to keep toggling in between. Let's keep toggling between the two. Now we'll get some crunching woods ASMR and leaves. But Orphan Annie, I appreciate you trying. I totally understand if there's too much buffering. Yeah, there's not gonna work out. That's totally understandable. And just have to be careful. I know a lot of this, some of this part was water. You could hear the crunching. Some of this is starting to come back to me though, because that was normally water over there. You could see it's kind of 21st century, same Orphan Annie, intermittent buffering. Oh, okay. You know what? Maybe I better get out of the woods. Maybe I'll get back on the main trails. Seems like there was no issues when I was on the main trails. It's like when I tried to be all fancy, trying to get into the woods here. Got to get back up here. Get back to the main trail. And I'll probably have to switch it back to 4G. Once I get back to the main trail. Probably have to switch it to 4G again. Really sorry about this. Thanks for trying though. I really appreciate you trying to stick by me. I know it's very annoying to watch this live stream when it's buffering, and that is the one issue when trying to do nature walks. This is always a very real possibility. This is always a possibility, so we'll get back to the main trail very shortly. But yeah, now I kind of get why everything just kind of froze. If there's buffering, and that's my fault. Oh, very, very. Hopefully we'll get back up and running soon. Really apologize for the buffering. That serves me right for trying to go right into the woods. I should have known that's probably what would have happened if I go right into the woods. But we're gonna keep going here. Oh. Once we get a little more clear away from the interference. I don't want to call trees interference because they're vital for a lot of things, but I just have to, as I try and save my last. All right. Well, we should be good to go soon. And I thank you all so much for, just in case I don't see you all again. Well, I don't know. Maybe you'll see the live chat replay. I guess no one's here, but thank you so much for joining me. At least you got to have an idea of what Rouge National Urban Park is all about, or at least a good part of it. See, this is what happened to me as well last time. I kind of have to figure out where I have to get back here. Okay, I'm pretty sure